Welcome to today's episode, where we dive deep into the incredible world of UFC champions. From the fiercest flyweights to the most powerful heavyweights, every fighter in the UFC has a story that led them to the top. These athletes have battled, bled, and sacrificed everything to become the best in their divisions. Whether it's their power, technique, or sheer will to win, they've earned their place as the champions of their weight classes. So, sit tight as we take a look at the legends, the fighters who've made history, and those who continue to reign supreme in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Let's get started.
Representing Rio de Janeiro, the UFC flyweight champion Alexandre Pantoja.
He is an absolute animal.
Alexandre Pantoja, the king of the UFC flyweight division. Alexandre Pantoja, a professional mixed martial artist, was born on April 16, 1990. In Brazil. He competes in the flyweight division of the UFC and currently holds the championship title in this weight class. With his outstanding performances, Pantoja has cemented his name among the best fighters in the world. As of December 10, 2024, he is ranked number 9 in the UFC men's pound-for-pound rankings. Pantoja faced Brandon Moreno in a rematch at UFC 290 on July 8, 2023, for the UFC Flyweight Championship, winning via split decision and earning the Fight of the Night award. He successfully defended his title in his first defense against Brandon Royval at UFC 296 on December 16, 2023, via unanimous decision. Pantoja defended the title again on May 4, 2024, against Steve Erceg, winning by unanimous decision. In his third defense on December 7, 2024, at UFC 310, Pantoja submitted Kai Asakura by a rear naked choke in the second round, earning another Performance of the Night award. Pantoja was scheduled to defend his title against Kai Kara-France at UFC 314 on April 12, 2025, but the fight was later moved to June 7, 2025 at UFC 316.
I've been fighting top 15 guys last 5 years. Always working very hard and getting better. Just focusing next fight, and I was keep winning.
Merab Dvalishvili, the bantamweight champion of UFC. Merab Dvalishvili, a Georgian-American professional mixed martial artist, was born on January 10, 1991. He competes in the bantamweight division of the UFC and is the reigning champion of the weight class. Dvalishvili has made history as the second Georgian fighter to win a UFC title following Ilia Topuria. With his relentless fighting style and impressive performances, he has climbed the ranks to become one of the best in the sport. As of January 21, 2025, he is ranked top 5 in the UFC men's pound-for-pound rankings. Dvalishvili fought Sean O'Malley for the UFC Bantamweight Championship on September 14, 2024, at UFC 306. He won the fight and claimed the title by unanimous decision. He successfully defended his title for the first time against undefeated contender Umar Nurmagomedov on January 18, 2025, at UFC 311. Dvalishvili won the fight by unanimous decision, earning another Fight of the Night award.
Ser el mejor del mundo. Ese es mi objetivo. O me matas o mueres. No hay más.
Ilia Topuria, the featherweight king of UFC. Ilia Topuria, a Georgian-Spanish professional mixed martial artist, was born on January 21, 1997. Competing in the featherweight division of the UFC, he has risen to the top, capturing the championship title and making history as the first Georgian fighter to win a UFC belt. With his explosive fighting style and undeniable skill, Topuria has proven himself as one of the best in the sport. As of July 30, 2024, he holds the number 4 spot in the UFC men's pound-for-pound rankings. Despite ongoing speculation about a rematch between Ilia Topuria and Alexander Volkanovski, it was officially announced on February 19, 2025, that Topuria will relinquish his featherweight championship as soon as the main event of UFC 314 begins. UFC President Dana White explained this unexpected decision, attributing it to Topuria's struggles with cutting weight his lack of interest in the competition at featherweight, and his determination to move up to the lightweight division permanently.
Here is the undisputed UFC lightweight champion, Islam Makhachev.
There is levels, there is fighters, there is champion, there is elite. Islam is elite.
Islam Makhachev, the reigning lightweight champion of UFC. Islam Makhachev, a Russian professional mixed martial artist and former Sambo competitor, was born on October 27, 1991. He currently dominates the lightweight division of the UFC as the reigning champion. Makhachev has been competing professionally since 2010, earning recognition not only in MMA but also in Sambo. He became a combat Sambo world champion in 2016 and a two-time Russian national champion at 74 kilobors, 2014-2016. His exceptional skills and dominance in the Octagon have earned him the #1 spot in the UFC men's pound-for-pound rankings as of November 7, 2023. Makhachev won the vacant UFC lightweight championship by defeating Charles Oliveira via arm triangle choke at UFC 280 on October 22, 2022, earning the Performance of the Night bonus. He successfully defended his title on January 18, 2025 at UFC 311 against Renato Moicano, who replaced Arman Tsarukyan due to an injury. Makhachev won the fight by Bravo choke submission in the first round. Belal Muhammad, the UFC welterweight champion. Belal Muhammad, born on July 9, 1988, is an American professional mixed martial artist who currently competes in the welterweight division of the UFC, where he holds the title of UFC welterweight champion. Since making his professional debut in 2012, Muhammad has gained recognition not only in UFC but also in organizations like Bellator and Titan FC. As of February 11, 2025, he is ranked #7 in the UFC men's pound-for-pound rankings. Muhammad was initially scheduled to defend his UFC welterweight championship for the first time against undefeated contender Shavkat Rakhmonov on December 7, 2024 at UFC 310. However, due to a bone infection in his foot, Muhammad was forced to withdraw, postponing his title defense. In February 2025, with Rakhmonov sidelined due to an injury, it was reported that Muhammad will now defend his title against Jack Della Maddalena on May 10, 2025 at UFC 315. Dricus du Plessis, the UFC middleweight champion. Dricus du Plessis, born on January 14, 1994, and known by his initials DDP, is a South African professional mixed martial artist. He currently competes in the middleweight division of the UFC, where he holds the title of UFC middleweight champion, becoming the first South African fighter to claim a UFC championship. Outside of the UFC, du Plessis is also a former welterweight and middleweight champion in the Extreme Fighting Championship, EFC, as well as a former KSW welterweight champion. As of February 11, 2025, he is ranked #6 in the UFC men's pound-for-pound rankings. Du Plessis successfully defended his title for the second time in a rematch against former champion Sean Strickland on February 9, 2025 at UFC 312. He won the fight by unanimous decision.
There's a guy named Magomed Ankalayev out there.
The much-hyped Magomed Ankalayev from Dagestan, Russia.
Magomed Ankalayev, the UFC light heavyweight champion. Magomed Alibulatovich Ankalayev, born on June 2, 1992, is a Russian professional mixed martial artist. He currently competes in the UFC, where he holds the title of UFC light heavyweight champion, making him the first Russian fighter to win this prestigious championship. Ankalayev is also a former light heavyweight champion of World Fighting Championship Akhmat and the winner of the 2016 Akhmat FC Light Heavyweight Grand Prix. On March 8, 2025, at UFC 313, Magomed Ankalayev faced Alex Pereira for the UFC Lightweight Championship. Ankalayev won the bout via unanimous decision.
Jon Jones is the greatest of all time. He's beaten every human being he's ever competed against. He's the GOAT.
Jon Jones, UFC heavyweight champion and one of the greatest fighters of all time. Jon Jones, born on July 19, 1987, is an American professional mixed martial artist currently competing in the UFC's heavyweight division. He is the reigning UFC heavyweight champion and has previously held the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. Jones is widely regarded as one of the greatest fighters in MMA history, holding numerous UFC records, including most title defenses in the light heavyweight division. Despite controversies and suspensions throughout his career, including disqualification and failed drug tests, he has maintained an undefeated record in official competition, with his only loss being a controversial disqualification. Jones made history in 2023 by winning the UFC Heavyweight Championship, becoming one of the few fighters to hold titles in 2 divisions. Zhang Weili, UFC Women's Strawweight Champion and Trailblazer. Zhang Weili, born on August 13, 1990, is a Chinese professional mixed martial artist competing in the UFC's Women's Strawweight division. She is a 2-time UFC Women's Strawweight Champion and the first Chinese fighter to win a UFC championship. Zhang started her professional MMA career in 2013 and previously competed for Kunlun Fight, where she was the KLF Women's Strawweight Champion. As of September 5th, 2023, she is ranked number 2 in the UFC Women's Pound-for-Pound rankings. Zhang successfully defended her title for the 3rd time against Tatiana Suarez, the winner of the Ultimate Fighter Team Joanna vs. Team Claudia Strawweight tournament on February 9th, 2025 at UFC 312. She won the fight by unanimous decision. Valentina Shevchenko, UFC Women's Flyweight Champion and Dominant Force. Valentina Anatolievna Shevchenko, born on March 7, 1988, is a Kyrgyz professional mixed martial artist, former Muay Thai fighter, and kickboxer. She currently competes in the UFC's Women's Flyweight division, where she is a 2-time and reigning UFC Women's Flyweight Champion. Shevchenko is the first fighter from Kyrgyzstan and Peru to win a UFC championship. As of September 17, 2024, she holds the number 1 ranking in the UFC Women's Pound-for-Pound standings. Shevchenko is set to defend her title against Manon Fiorot on May 10, 2025 at UFC 315. Julianna Peña, UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion and History Maker. Julianna Nicole Peña, born on August 19, 1989, is an American professional mixed martial artist competing in the UFC's Women's Bantamweight division. She is a 2-time and reigning UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. Peña made history as the first woman to win the Ultimate Fighter. As of October 8, 2024, she is ranked number 4 in the UFC Women's Pound-for-Pound standing. Peña is set to defend her title for the first time against Kayla Harrison, the 2019 and 2021 PFL Women's Lightweight Champion, and a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in Judo on June 7, 2025 at UFC 316. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of MMA Combat Arena. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with all things UFC. Your support means the world to us, and we'll be back with more exciting content soon. Keep fighting, and we'll see you in the next round.